Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you back here to Bishop McNamara High School in the middle of Kankakee, Illinois, as we are coming out of the break between semifinals and trophy games and getting you ready here for our third place contest in the 8th grade Class 1A tournament. It's going to be Washington St. Patrick taking on LaSalle Trinity Catholic. A couple of teams trying to bounce back from some unfortunate setbacks here earlier in the day. They find themselves on the losing side of the bracket into the third place contest, but both teams hoping to get a win to wrap up their 2024 campaign. You are watching the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We'll step aside for a couple of minutes of words from our wonderful sponsors, and when we come back, we'll get you ready for this one. It is the Irish taking on the Saints. Don't go anywhere. We're right back with you here in a couple of minutes on Central Illinois Sports.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
Tell my mom to pick me up soon.
At Farm
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
At Logan Agri-Service, we believe that every seed holds the promise of a thriving future. Our commitment to quality and excellence is as strong as the roots we help you grow. With decades of experience, our dedicated team understands your unique needs. From cover crops to premium seeds, we have it all. But it's not just about products, it's about partnership. We're not just sellers, we're your allies in growth, your consultants in success.
Grab the game while your kids are busy. You know, streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cascom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
We welcome you back here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Great Rivers Bank with locations in Pittsfield, Barry, Liberty, and Hannibal, here to help you with your lending and personal banking needs. Friendly service and dedicated loan officers can help you through buying a home, opening a business, or making a deposit. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Well, for the team on the floor warming up, that is LaSalle Trinity Catholic. This team fell earlier this morning in straight sets to Kinderhook Western, 25-18, 25-19. They did win their quarterfinal rather handily over Lockport Taft, 25-11, 25-16. 28 students strong in grades 7 and 8 out of LaSalle County and the Prairie Conference. And a team that had not found themselves down a set very often in this entire season. Actually, not at all. Had never found themselves down a set 1-0. They find themselves on the losing side here tonight, Anthony, but a really nice team that is centered around the girl in the middle, Hannah Washkowiak. She is a ton for this team.
Yeah, she's a really good player. And they've got some pieces around her that play quite well also, and this ought to be a fun matchup to watch.
Some of those pieces around her include Aubrey Urbanski, a nice outside hitter, really a nice all-around floor player. Does really well in the back row, too, for this Saints squad. One of the secondary hitting options is Allie Inman. Does a nice job attacking from the back. You won't see her that often up front, but when she does, she's able to get the ball with a nice placement as well. They've got some other pieces on this team as they're only 8 players deep on the roster, including the libero, Mary Simonetta, a real spark plug for this squad. Sophia Sarabia, Peyton Kelly, Haley O'Hare, and others help round out this squad. And Lily Telebine does a nice job in all-around hustle plays here for this team. That is the LaSalle Trinity Catholic Saints getting ready for their third-place matchup. We will take a quick break here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. When we come back, we'll tell you about the Washington St. Patrick Irish and their road here to the third-place contest. Don't go anywhere. You're watching State Tournament Volleyball here live on Central Illinois Sports.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, you know. That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that, it looks awesome, and then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Doc.
Before the TAVR, I was very active, worked out at the Croc Center. I would say less than a week. Well, of course, Amy tells me I couldn't do squats. She even wrote it in my discharge paper. Great big, Sandy, no squats. So I did a couple.
Oh my word.
Don't tell her.
I knew she was going to, but I have the best job in the world to get to work with these patients.
Make your dream kitchen and bath a reality with help from Pike County Lumber. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle and your needs. Quartz countertops, quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470. Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate.
Welcome you back here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. If you're in the market for a new home loan, talk to the experts at Great Rivers Bank. Locations in Barry, Pittsfield, Liberty, and Hannibal, serving the entire region and beyond. And hey, check out that online loan application tool at greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. We tell you about the Washington St. Patrick Irish. They defeated Stewart's and Strasburg in straight sets last night in our final quarterfinal of the evening, 25-22, 25-17. They fell here not too long ago to a very good Pontiac St. Mary's team, 25-18, 25-18. to find themselves here in the third place contest. But still not a failure of a season here for the Irish, Anthony. The very first time that this team has been in a state series final since 2010, and the first time they've made it to the trophy round or past an opening round in any of those other 3 appearances. They've got to be happy being on this floor right now.
Oh, absolutely, and they definitely belong here. They played real well in that semifinal matchup, and they got a good group of girls, and a lot of them are young. So
a lot of the offense in this squad you will see revolves around the play of Kate McDougall, number 26, very tall, very athletic built young lady. Fantastic basketball player for their state championship basketball squad. Also a very good volleyball player here, plays very well from the back row, front row. Doesn't really matter where she's at on the floor. You're going to have to deal with her one way or the other if you are an opposing squad. They've got some other nice hitting options out of the hands of Hayden Cadwallader, along with Ashlyn Crowley, A.J. Berberick, and others. You'll see McDougall take most of the sets here, but when she's in the back row, they've got some opportunities, and we saw them start to excel with some of those other girls in that second set against Pontiac St. Mary's, and it's really something you're going to have to kind of do, because if you were LaSalle Trinity, you saw the game, and you know where they're going to go most of the time.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to assume that Wash Kowiak is gonna be at the net for blocking. They're against McDougall. I really like Windsor in the back row. Their libero. I think she's kind of a spark plug for them. She passes real well to the front. She kind of gets things going for them.
Miranda Windsor, probably one of the better liberos that we have seen in this 8-team field. All of these teams have brought fantastic girls in the alternate colored jerseys here tonight, but she's really one that has stood out. She has battled some fantastic shots in the back row against opposition here in 2 games so far, and really handled a lot of them well. She's not the biggest girl on the floor, but really covers space well, moves very well laterally, which is very important in that libero position. Other girls up in the middle, like Ella Reed, Petra Chiris, and others will help round out this squad. You'll see Blythe Briggs come in to serve and play in the back row in rotation as well for this Irish squad. We will step aside for our last break here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. When we come back, we'll get you ready for starting lineups in our third-place contest here from Bishop McNamara. Don't go anywhere. We're watching state volleyball here live on Central Illinois Sports.
Go team, go! Great Rivers Bank has a digital banking app worth cheering for. Move your money, pay your bills, deposit your checks. Hooray! Hooray! Set up a budget, manage your debit card, set up account alerts, and so much more. Our digital banking will give you a reason to stand up and cheer for banking. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank. Great Rivers Bank is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply. Tell my mom to pick me up soon.
Time for our Farm and Home Supply starting lineups from snacks, hoodies, power tools, lawn chairs. If you name it, they've probably got it at Farm and Home Supply. Stop by and get yourself stocked up here for the spring season. For Washington St. Patrick, a record of 20-5 now on the season. Their starters, a middle hitter is number 3, A.J. Berberick. In the libero position, number 39 is Miranda Windsor. A setter for this team, number 22 is Blythe Briggs. Another setter, number 24, Petra Chiris. On the outside, the very talented Kate McDougall wears number 26. In the middle, it's the tall Ella Reed, number 28 in the jersey. And rounding out this squad on the outside, number 29, Hayden Cadwallader. For the 20-5 St. Patrick Irish. On the opposite side for LaSalle Trinity, the libero for this squad wears number 1. She is Mary Simonetta. On the outside and in the back row, number 12 is Allie Inman. Number 14 on the outside, Haley O'Hare. Peyton Kelly is number 16. She'll get some touches on the outside as well. In the middle is Hannah Washkowiak, the very talented number 25, along with the setter on this team, Lily Telebine, number 36. And in the back row and taking some touches outside is number 37, Aubrey Urbanski. Brian Shoemaker along with Anthony Bareyes, your squad here on Central Illinois Sports. So happy you are sticking around with us here this afternoon. And hope you have enjoyed what we've brought to you here this weekend from Bishop McNamara. Officials get back in place after checking out the Wisconsin-Purdue game at length in the hospitality room. And getting ready and get settled in. They've done a great job this weekend 4 officials here working the rotation for these games. Tower to corner to floor to corner to tower. And we appreciate all that we do because we need officials more than ever here in the state of Illinois. A little bit of a light crowd here, but we'll expect that to fill in as crews from Western and Pontiac St. Mary's will start to make their way back in from the break. And, you know, we get done in straight sets here and you stay a little bit on schedule. We've had probably about a good hour break here in between games. We just wrapped up just before 1 o'clock. And so these teams have had a little bit of time and a little bit of rest. LaSalle Trinity has obviously had more time off after the early semifinal. But usually what you'll see in these games, Anthony, we'll see who picks themselves up quickest after the loss, and kind of the first 10 points will tell us a lot about that story.
Yeah, you got to get going early and just get the momentum and get the energy level up. And
it is very quiet. Here's the official signal to start. LaSalle Trinity wins the flip, and Allie Inman will get things started for us here today. They'll set it up early on the outside. This is Reed with it. Sends it into the back row. Urbanski sets up Washkowiak in the middle. Dug up there by Blythe Briggs, who gets the start. Up and over, and she'll get the kill as Washkowiak tried to quickly just get the quick tap down, and instead she has a little trouble handling it, and the Irish are on the board. Ashlyn Crowley will check in rotation here as getting the first serve for St. Patrick will be Petra Chiris. 14 service points and a couple of aces here so far in this tournament. And there's going to be an ace number 3 on it as she's able to get it past the defense there. And St. Patrick with the early 2-0 advantage here. Petra Chiris is a nice all-around athlete, a nice all-around player we've seen. Doesn't take a lot on the attacking side, but really just a nice player to have on the floor in terms of rounding out your squad.
yeah, absolutely. She's decent in the back row. She plays well at the front row, gives you that extra option for a hitter.
St. Patrick had to scramble there. McDougal ended up on the floor. They couldn't recover after that, and they'll give up the point. Saints get on the board, and they've got the serve here. Aubrey Urbanski on the serve for Trinity Catholic as they check a couple of things over here on the Irish side. They're okay, and we continue play. They'll set it up on the outside. Crowley gets a nice swing on it. Washkowski gets her hands on it. She's doing that all tournament long here. Telebine with the attack, and it's going to find the corner, the official says, and they'll give the point to Trinity Catholic on a nice unexpected kill there from Lily Telebine, something she has not done a lot in this tournament.
Yeah, not a lot of those, but that was a good location, good hit.
Something you'll see also in these third-place matches as you watch, these coaches will let some kids do some things that maybe they don't normally do. You'll see some girls come off the bench unexpectedly to get some time on this state finals floor. Everyone wants to win, but they also want to give the girls the experience here. For some girls that maybe practice hard on the practice squad for this team to keep the starters fresh, we'll see how things play out. And there's going to be a quick ace there for Urbanski as the Irish have trouble with it in the back row, and it's a 4-2 advantage for the Saints here. Urbanski, as Coach Laura Urbanski says, she can play any position on the floor, and we've seen that all around. Great back row player, loves to get on. There's going to be a quick kill there for Ashlyn Crowley, and St. Patrick will get the point of the ball back, but Urbanski's been a really fun athlete to watch this weekend.
Yeah, she's a very good athlete. Good in the back, good in the front. She sets the ball well. She's got good hands.
Hayden Cadwallader, 12 service points in the weekend here so far. She tries to get St. Patrick back to a tie here. Windsor gets it up. Nice play from Chiris. It dances off of the tape, and it'll go back to the side of the Irish, and it'll be a point here on the lift against St. Patrick. Checking in for St. Patrick, number 9, Emily Clift. You'll see her in the back row. Checking back in for Trinity Catholic, I believe, was Telebine. Mary Simonetta, the spark plug of this squad on the serve. They'll set up McDougal on the left side. Right-hand touch, tries to stay same side with it. Nice dig out by Urbanski. Simonetta tries to push it over, and it'll hit the floor instead, and St. Patrick will get the point. A.J. Berberick will check back in. She's in the front row. A deceptive blocker is the best way we've come to describe her.
Yeah, for sure.
Just kind of pops out of nowhere and ends up putting her hands on the ball.
Yeah, she is tall.
Trinity a little bit out of system there on that one, as Washkowski couldn't get up to it. And St. Patrick will tie things up here 5-5 in set number 1 on our PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Telebine will set. It's going to be Washkowiak from behind the 10-foot line. Quick little tap over there from Chiras. She'll set now. To the right side, this is Crowley. Nice attack, gets picked up easily by Allie Inman. And a really nice, smart play there by Washkowiak. We've seen her be super strong in this tournament. A really smart, easy tip there to get the point.
Yeah, I don't think St. Patrick's was really expecting that. They were at the net pretty strong for blocking, and they were set in the back, but it was a good location.
Washkowiak has 10 service points here in 2 matches, as that one goes to Windsor. Tied up on the net. Chiras tries to get the quick touch over. Instead, it stays in the net, and it'll be a point for the Saints. LaSalle Trinity has not been challenged to 3 sets all season long. Opponents have only reached the 20-point mark in a set 3 times now. One of those came just here in the semifinals in the loss against Western. Urbanski sends it back over on the opposite side. Burbrick picks it up. Burbrick will get the touch on it, sends it into the back row, picked up by Simonetta. McDougal running close to the net. Nice play by Allie Inman. This is Crowley again, pushes it back over. Free opportunity here for the Saints. Inman on the attack try. Instead, that one will go into the net, and it'll be an error and a point for the Saints. It's 7-6. They've got the serve, trailing by 1. Some of the St. Patrick student section making their way back in as well.
Yeah, they are. Just looks like both teams are just trying to get going, both of them.
It's a little bit of a tough situation when you come back and you're just hanging around. Now, luckily in Kankakee, there is no shortage of opportunities to go and do things, get something to eat, stretch your legs. As the kill comes there, a really nice swing from Petra Chiras. But yeah, both teams really just trying to get locked back in here. It's a little tough when you come out of those semifinals with a loss and have to turn right back around. 7-7 our score here in the first game. Briggs on the serve, and Simonetta will get the first pass. Telebine, this is Kelly with it. Nice dig on the play there by Emily Clift. Right up top, Inman with a really nice touch. Really good job by Chiras to keep it going. They'll set it up, and now they say that's going to be a violation. I think it's going to be a lift. Nope, it'll be a 2-touch violation there as they couldn't get the set clean. And the Saints will get the point and the volleyball back for serve. Lily Telebine stepping up here, second in assists on the team here this season for LaSalle Trinity. Also part of the starting squad that got 3rd place in the 7th grade ranks last weekend for LaSalle Trinity. Really nice attack there out of the hands of Peyton Kelly. Up on the net, and Chiras got a little too headstrong there. It'll be a net violation at a point for the Saints.
Yeah, she did. She had a good hit on that one also.
You just get a little eager. You see that ball coming right at the net, and you think you're really just going to make that statement play, and unfortunately sometimes you get a little too close to the tape. They'll set up Burbrick, who has to chase it down. They thought they might get it to McDougal, but the set went a little short. Up and over. This is McDougal on the run, and we'll get an official's whistle. It's going to go the opposite direction, and we're going to get 2 touches there. A little bit of a late call, but they saw what they saw, so we'll roll with it as it's 10-7. By the time they called that, McDougal was in the swing.
Yeah. That was a little late. That's okay.
And that one's going to go just out of bounds, as nice job by Cliff to let that one wander out. It'll be a service error and a point back for the Saints. Hayden Cadwalder will check back in here for the Irish. She'll come in to the front row, and on the serve here is Kate McDougal. There is no all-tournament team here at a state tournament, but if there was, and we'll just make one up because we can do that,
yeah,
she'd definitely be a unanimous all-first-team vote, I think.
For sure. She is a good athlete all the way around. A lot of fun to watch.
St. Patrick has an error there trying to get the volleyball back up. It'll be a point over to the Saints. McDougal gets it up. This is going to be Burbrick having to get it back over. And the official waves the flag up in the air. They say that's going to go up over the needle, and it'll be a point over to Washington St. Patrick. Kim Crowley disagrees, and we might have to disagree with her. But is that the volleyball, they believe, crossed the needle? You see the official in the corner lift his flag and wave it. And they say they'll go ahead and replay that point as they can't come to consensus.
Looked awfully close from our side.
It was awfully close on our side. We don't have that angle to see over the needle. And that one will go sail out of bounds, and the ball will go back here to the Irish. It's 11-9. LaSalle Trinity with the lead here in our first set on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Ella Reed comes back in for the Irish. Simonetta comes back in on the opposite side for the Saints. And with the serve is the libero for the Irish, Miranda Windsor. And she's going to get a quick ace, stay same side with it. Washkowski couldn't track it down in time, and a nice placement there from the libero.
Yeah, it was a good serve.
Comes to the middle this time as Urbanski gets it. They'll try and set her up on that quick setup from Allie Inman. And Briggs couldn't track it down, and that's a really nice attack. It's that quick set. Urbanski gets it up to Inman very quickly, and you can see the play develop. It's a real quick touch for them to try and get that attack over.
Yeah, definitely a play that they run, predetermined, and that's a good one.
In the middle, this is Cadwallader with it. Nice block by Washkowiak. They try to punch it up and over the tape, did Briggs. Instead, it'll go out of bounds. We'll show you that last block there from Washkowiak here on the Northwestern Mutual Instant Replay. She is everywhere and has been everywhere defensively all weekend. Nice hit from Chiris, dug up well by Urbanski. She'll send it back over to the Irish side. Briggs in the middle. Now this is Ella Reed. Sends it a little too far, and a fan gets it in the back row at the door. And it's another point here for the Saints. And we'll get a timeout here from Kim Crowley and the Irish. It's an Adams Fiber timeout for top-notch computer sales and service that won't let you down when your computer goes down. Visit the gang at Adams Fiber. Visit followthefiber.net to learn more.
Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005. Or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
Washington St. Patrick takes the timeout as we come out of the break. LaSalle Trinity leads 14-10 here in game number one. And Anthony, it's just been a slow, sluggish start here. We won't say that we haven't enjoyed what we've seen, but these teams definitely looking to find a little vigor in their step here in the afternoon.
Yeah, and I think Washkowiak getting that last block, I think that might get them going, might be a little spark.
This is Cadwallader on the attack. Washkowiak tries to get it back over. She's a little off balance and had to reach for that one. It'll be an error and a point back for the Irish. Ashlyn Crowley will check back in here for Washington St. Patrick, and on the serve is Petra Chiris. Urbanski, quick touch over on the second try. Irish don't fall asleep on it. Cadwallader goes. Nice dig out by Allie Inman. They'll set it up at this time. Cadwallader sends it cross toward the corner. It goes just past the end line and out of bounds. Official had a good eye on it. And it'll be a point here for the Saints. But a really nice try by Cadwallader, trying to find that end line in the corner just a few inches short.
Yeah, and she's a good piece for the St. Patrick's team. She's a good athlete, good secondary option up there hitting.
Crowley gets it over. Saints will have a free opportunity here. Urbanski punches it up. Washkowiak to the back row. They'll set up on the right side. This is Crowley, and they'll get the tool there off Washkowiak and the kill. It's a point there for Washington St. Patrick. It's 15-12. Irish trail by 3.
It was a good spot for that setter to come over here to right side. Looked like Washkowiak was heading outside, expecting it over there.
Washington St. Patrick beat Morton Blessed Sacrament and Bartonville Monroe in 2 sets. They took a very good Hartsburg-Emden team the distance, losing 12-25 and then winning the last two, 25-17, 25-14 to win the sectional. They find themselves hoping to get a couple of sets here to take home a third-place trophy today. Simonetta tries to get it over on the third touch. Instead, she sends it into the net. It'll be an error and a point for the Irish here. Irish 36 students strong in grades 7 and 8. When they say 7 and 8, because we know sometimes you'll have 6th graders on these rosters. So that's an ace there for Cadwallader. The IHSA determines classification and enrollment by just your 7th and 8th grades. And in a 25, 25, 25, 25 split, determining percentages, that usually stays pretty low here in the 1A, 2A cutoff. It's usually about 70 to 75 students. Chiris right at the net against Washkowski. This is Urbanski with it. Flat-footed attack goes into the back row. Here comes McDougal with it. Big hammer and a big block there from Washkowski. The two best players on the floor, and Washkowski wins that one. We'll show it to you again on the Northwestern Mutual instant replay, and that's the two best players on the floor just going straight at it.
Yeah, that's who we thought it would be this game. And that got the crowd into it a little bit. We heard a little noise, a little volume.
Score is 16-14. We'll get that touched up for you here on the scoreboard as Simonetta will have a service error, and that'll make it 16-15. Burbrick will check back into the game as Windsor will get a breather. And Ella Reed will serve here for St. Patrick. Nice serve, chased down by Allie Inman. They'll set up McDougal again. She goes smartly that time, sends it same sideline. It's going to hit the line and be down, and a really smart play there. Washkowiak came up. You saw the rest of the team try and drag with her, and she goes on the same sideline and gets the point.
Yeah, that was just real smart play there on McDougal.
Urbanski after a tough serve. Washkowski now with it, and that'll go out of bounds. 17-16, Irish have the lead. Laura Urbanski wants to talk it over with the Saints. We'll take the Adams Fiber timeout too. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Central Illinois Sports.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
I love training. I like to help people improve on their tasks. That food has been providing everything for me. They just treat you so well. When my life needed an opportunity, I chose that.
LaSalle Trinity takes their first timeout here in game number 1. Each team's got one left to use. They will let the clock expire down to 0 here, which is something they necessarily didn't do yesterday.
Yeah, we haven't seen that much this morning even.
No. Irish will have the serve here as Ella Reed continues service out of the break. Up close to the net, really nice play by Telebine. And we're going to get a violation. We'll say that's probably a quick two-touch there, as that's what they'll signal, and it will get a tie back up at 17. Washkowiak on the serve here, leader in team kills and blocks, the conference free throw champion in girls basketball this season for them in the Prairie Conference, and that one is in. A big ace for Washkowiak, and the Saints regain the lead.
Yeah, and that was right there at the line. I think they both thought it might have got out. I mean, it was close, but it definitely looked in.
And that's tough in that back row situation. Another one. Croft gets it up to Chiris. This is Burbrick racing it down. Nice job to not cross the center line. Joust up at the net. McDougal able to keep it in. This is Allie Inman now. Here comes McDougal. She's got a tough play to keep it up, and she does. Inman's going to get a swing at it. Sends it into the back row. Windsor able to get it. McDougal again. Big hammer down, and that'll be an ace. Kate McDougal knocks it down. And another big swing from one of the best attackers in the tournament.
Yeah, and that's what we expect to see out of her, and it changes things with Washkowiak going to the back row. Gives her a chance to swing.
Blythe Briggs will check in, and getting a breather for the St. Patrick's side will be Ashlyn Crowley. They'll set up Inman on the left side. Nice placement there. Lights the campfire, and we'll get a quick kill there for Allie Inman. Saints are back up 1 here. Allie Inman doesn't have the strongest swing of anybody that we've seen in this tournament, but a really solid, you don't see her send a lot out of bounds.
No, good placement. She does hit the ball.
McDougal gets it up. They can't get the second pass, and instead it'll be an ace and another point here for Trinity, and they win the race to 20. They lead by 2. Lily Telebine continues the serve here for LaSalle Trinity. Telebine's got real quick hands, really nice reflexes and reaction time there on the floor. Here comes Inman with it again. Another nice placement. She gets it over Burbrick and gets the kill. And 2 quick points in a row there from Allie Inman extend the lead back to 3.
Yeah, and we touched on it in the pregame, but she's definitely one of those girls that just keeps the ball in play and scores a lot of points for them.
You don't have to be the strongest. Sometimes being the smartest plays out well.
Yeah.
Windsor gets it into the front row. They'll set up on the play Petra Chiris. Washkowski got it. Allie Inman gets it up over the net. Here comes Urbanski with it. Big slam and a great dig by Windsor. Burbrick with it, and Burbrick ends up getting the kill to end it down. Fantastic plays on both sides. End up with A.J. Burbrick sending it into an open spot on the back row for the point. Cadwallader will check back in. McDougal on the serve here. Her team trailing by 2 in game number 1. Washkowski just trickles over the front of the net. Burbrick's got to chase it down. That is tough as she was inches from the line. Instead, it'll go into the net, and LaSalle Trinity gets point number 22. Sophia Sarabia will check in, 7th grade outside hitter for this squad. Again, they only have 8 players on the bench total. Everybody gets time in the rotation here. Urbanski with a quick hitter right back down. And that's tough when that first pass has trouble to make it over. They're waiting in the wings. St. Patrick takes the Adams Fiber timeout. We'll take it too. We've got the end of game 1 coming your way right after this.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
Coming out of the Adams Fiber timeout, Washington St. Patrick takes their second here as LaSalle Trinity trying to wrap up this first set and take an early advantage. It's our 3rd place contest. Brian Shoemaker, Anthony Barra is with you on the call here, your Central Illinois sports team today. We remind you that other action going on across the state in all 4 classes, and some of those matches are much further behind us, so you'll have opportunity to watch more volleyball here throughout the afternoon after we're done. Chiris attacks from flat-footed looks and gets another quack at it, and a nice play by Telebine to dig it out. Urbanski gets it right in the middle of everybody, and that is an unfortunate error if you're St. Patrick, as literally all 6 players within about 5 feet of each other, and it just dropped right in between all of them.
Yeah, and sometimes those are the toughest ones because everybody's there and you don't know who's going to take it.
Set point here for LaSalle Trinity, excuse me. Allie Inman into the back row, dug up by McDougal. This is Cadwallader. It gets blocked there by Allie Inman. Nice job by the Irish to keep it going. Another great dig from Windsor. What a tournament she's had in the back row. This is Burbrick with it. Nice job by Sarabia to keep it going. They'll try and push it out into the back row. The long arms of Kate McDougal get it, and that's the break there as Blythe Briggs didn't get a solid touch on it. It'll be a 2-touch error, and that's how we wrap up game number 1. LaSalle Trinity wins 25-19 here in set number 1. We have reached a Little Jess Motors set break. When we come back, it's set 2 action coming up your way here in 3 minutes on Central Illinois Sports.
Today's halftime show is brought to you by Little Jess Motor Company. Warmer weather and topless, doorless adventures are right around the corner. Stop out to Little Jess today to check out our large selection of Jeep Wranglers. We currently have 15 Wranglers in stock and many more on their way. Right now, you can drive a new 2024 Jeep Wrangler 2-door Sport for only $499 per month with absolutely 0 down. Is a 4-door more your style? Drive a 2024 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport for only $599 per month with 0 down. Little Jess, serving the Tri-States for 7 decades.
Is predator hunting your thing? Game Masters has you covered. We have way more than just deer and turkey hunting gear, safes, clothes, and gifts. Come check out our predator guns, calls, decoys, lights, traps, binoculars, bipods, tripods, and shooting sticks. Don't forget your thermal and night vision, rifle scopes, trapping equipment, and supplies. Whether your next game pursuit is big or small, runs or flies, Game Masters has what you need to get the job done. We're passionate about the outdoors.
Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Press Yours On You, 506 West Wood, Camp Point, Illinois.
Stotzi Automotive and Tire, located at 201 Adams Street in Camp Point, Illinois, is your local automotive repair shop. Whether you need an oil change, brake job, alignment, engine repair, or new tires, Stotzi Automotive is here with honest and competitive pricing. Call Reagan and his team today to schedule your appointment. 217-740-5010. That's 217-740-5010 for Stotzi Automotive and Tire.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Welcome you out of the Little Jess Motors set break. Little Jess Motors, located in the Gem City in Quincy, Illinois. Your place to go for your next Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram purchase. Stop by and see them in person if you're ever down south in 3431 Main Street, or visit us online anytime, littlejessmotor.com. LaSalle Trinity wins the first set here 25-19 as the officials discuss some things at the scorers table. Probably trying to get the score update from that Purdue-Wisconsin final. We'll get everything's ready to go here. Still the state championship game coming up at 3:15. It'll be Kinderhook Western taking on Pontiac St. Mary's as the upstart team from Pike County takes on the defending 7th grade state champions from a year ago in what we expect to be a really fun contest. Crowd starting to file in a little bit here, starting to see a lot more navy blue and a lot more red get into the gym here. And for Western, Anthony, a little bit of a longer break here, but you hope if you are a Wildcats fan, those girls come in a little bit relaxed. And the same thing on Pontiac St. Mary's side, as they know that Western will come gunning early.
Yeah, I think for both teams, they're going to have to figure out how to get over that lull of the 2-hour, 2-game break and an hour in between here. And it'll be exciting to see who comes out with the energy. We might even notice that in warm-ups just a little bit, and who's feeling the best. And, this gym is starting to get a little more exciting, a little more electric, and I think that'll help the kids too as the fans show up.
Waiting for the volleyball. There, we found one. We will get things back in play here in a minute. Petra Chiris will kick things off here for St. Patrick. St. Patrick looked a little sluggish early, got things going in the end of the first set. It'll be a service error to start things off, though. It was kind of the same way in their semifinal against Pontiac St. Mary's. So we'll hope to see the Irish kind of kick up things a notch here in the second set.
Yeah, they need a fast start, get going, get a few points.
Here comes Crowley with it for the Irish. Gets tipped up by Washkowiak. Urbanski sends it back over. A free opportunity here for the Irish. Cadwallader with it. Kelly digs it out. And Urbanski tried to get a good angle at it, hoping to kind of find that open spot on the opposite side. Instead, it hits the floor, and it'll give the Irish a point. For this Irish team, just the fourth appearance they've made in IESA State Tournament Series. 2010, 1995, and 1976, which is even a date that I believe outlasts you and I, Anthony. in terms of age. We're close, but we're not quite there, as Trinity can't handle the serve well, and it'll be a point here for the Irish. But this is the first trophy in history coming back in girls volleyball for St. Patrick today. Washkowiak, big hammer, gets it into the tape, though, instead. Ella Reed was there waiting. And the attack error will give the Irish a 3-1 early lead here on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. That was back to single-class volleyball in 1976. You didn't have 4 classes or 2 classes or anything like that. Little quick hitter there from Chiris, picked up by Sarabia. Irish with another opportunity. This is Crowley on the right side. Gets blocked by Washkowiak. Crowley tries to toss it back over, and the officials concur, and the point will go to the Saints.
And that was close. I'm really impressed with Crowley. She's their only 6th grader, and she plays quite well on the outside.
Crowley's had a nice weekend here. When they lose the serve, she doesn't start. When they win the serve, she does.
Right.
But a nice, yes, as you mentioned, just a nice 6th grader. And that's going to be a quick ace there for Urbanski as they found the open spot. Croft tried diving for it. Clift, excuse me. Instead, it'll be an ace and a point here. We're tied back up in the early part of set number 2. McDougal on the outside. Stays same side. Urbanski digs it out. This is Washkowiak again, and she's going to find the floor with it. Windsor was diving for it, but another nice kill, and the Saints regain the early 4-3 lead here. This is the 5th time for the Saints that they have been in the state finals dating back to just 2017. They took home 3rd place last weekend in the 7th grade game. Outside of that, they had not won a quarterfinal match either in any other of their 3 appearances. So a lot of early success here for these 2 squads, and we're glad to see it. Windsor gets the first touch. They'll get it up. This is McDougal again from the 10-foot line. Dug up by Allie Inman, Washkowiak. Hasn't really been set squarely on the last couple of swings. A big hit there, though, a big block, and a nice play there by Cliff to keep it going. Washkowiak gets it back over. Irish with a free play. Here comes McDougal, tips it up and over. Sarabia on the dig. They will get Allie Inman set. She didn't get a good run at it and instead just gives it right back. Crowley with a big swing into the back row. Going for it was Allie Inman, and instead it'll be a point for St. Patrick. Let's show you that last big block there from Washkowiak on the Northwestern Mutual replay. Just everywhere this weekend, and that's another big block between her and McDougal. Reed on the serve, going for it there on the floor was Telebine, and it'll be another ace here for the Irish. We're tied back up at 5. The teams have gotten themselves together, and you're starting to see what we anticipated. The best players on the floor starting to act like it, and everyone else kind of coming up and supporting them, and what's really developing into a nice match.
Yeah, they both have great supporting cast, but like you say, you're expecting these 2 girls to really go at it.
Clift gets it up here. McDougal will send it back over. Saints a little out of system here, a little out of sorts, and that one's going to go up and hit the middle on the chicken wing from Urbanski. You can't see it here on your television screen, but there is the only real obstruction in this gym is what appears to be a very large dividing line that can come down like a giant curtain that goes almost the length of the floor here. And it hangs down probably right in the middle. I'd say maybe a good 4 to 5 feet.
Yeah, I would say so.
And that's really the only obstruction we have here.
And we've seen it hit a couple times, but it's a good tall ceiling in here. It's a good building to play in.
Nice play there by Petra Chiris. Just trickles it over the top of the tape, and it falls down, and she'll get the kill, and the Irish will get the point. It's 7-6. St. Patrick with the lead as Blythe Briggs will check back in here for this St. Patrick squad. Game 2 here of our 3rd place contest. We'll do trophy and medal presentations after this match is over, before the state championship game, and we will stay on to let you see all of those girls and players and coaches be recognized. Nice play there as they get it over. Briggs tried diving for it to keep it in play. She couldn't get it, and we're tied back up at 7 as Washkowiak will serve. 4 8th graders, 4 7th graders on this Saint squad. And they all play a big part. Allie Inman from the middle. Diving for it was Windsor. Briggs tries to chase it down. That's close to the net and goes underneath it. And it'll be a point right back to the Saints. On the set, Petra Chiris from the left side. Gets it in. Nice dig by Urbanski. McDougal with it now. Hammers it into the back row, and the official says right out, just inches away from being in. Point will go the way of the Saints here. It's a 9-7 advantage, and that one was awfully, awfully close.
She hit that one really
hard,
Brian.
And
that
one
was hard to see for us.
That's a lot of strength behind that one.
Yes.
They will set up Chiris, but Burbrick will get it instead. Telebine back to Allie Inman. Up and over. Really nice placement. McDougal gets her hands out.
Inman again, just kind of finding the holes. Not always hitting them hard, just tipping across.
And what you see, the difference in a player like Kate McDougal, just the length of her arms, the length of the body, those plays a lot of players can't get to. But she's able to with those long arms.
Yes.
Clift has to get it back up to the front row. Chiris will send it back over. Chasing it down now is Urbanski, gives it right back to the Irish. Set to the backside. Nice little slide move there from Chiris. Scrambling for it was the Irish, and they lose that one. And once again, one of those little miscommunication issues. And even Kim Crowley saying it now, we've got to talk, is we saw that a lot in the semifinal too. They got bunched up in the middle and no one knew what was going on.
Yeah, and that's hard, when the setter's supposed to get second ball and they're asking for help, or maybe not loud enough, or maybe nobody knows who's going to help.
The Irish will take the Adams Fiber timeout. We'll take it too for the fastest internet experience available. That's Wi-Fi 6 and speeds up to 1 gigabit. Visit followthefiber.more to learn more.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
I love training. I like to help people improve on their task. That food has been providing everything for me. They just treat you so well. When my life needed an opportunity, I chose that.
St. Patrick takes the timeout. They've got one left, I believe, here on the scoreboard in set number one. A heck of a dig there from Simonetta. McDougal gets the first touch on it. Briggs will set her up. Here comes Allie Inman again. Gets the tool there out the hands of Chiris, and it'll hit the floor, and it'll be a point here for LaSalle Trinity. They're now up 13-7. Crowley will come back in for Briggs on the St. Patrick side, and serving here for the Saints is Hannah Washkowiak. The Irish aren't out of this yet. They've got to get a few things just finally tuned up here. Is Crowley able to get it there on the joust at the net, and that's one of those plays that can help. Cadwallader will check back in as McDougal comes in to serve. And this is that front row attack here. You've got Crowley on one side, Cadwallader on the other, and now you're getting to see Petra Chiris more involved. As scrambling for it are the Saints, and they can't get it. Now what's developed is this is a nice little secondary line of attack for Washington St. Patrick.
Absolutely. They all these girls are really finding their own place up front, and we've seen a lot of good hits out of them.
Really nice serve, and that's going to be an ace for McDougal. That one had no opportunity to be played. And we're going to get a quick timeout here from Laura Urbanski and LaSalle Trinity. They lead 13-10 here in set number 2. We'll be right back with you after this.
Before the TAVR, I was very active, worked out at the Croc Center. I would say less than a week. Well, of course, Amy tells me I couldn't do squats. She even wrote it in my discharge paper. Great big, sandy, no squats. So I did a couple.
Oh my word.
Don't tell her.
I knew she was going to, but I have the best job in the world to get to work with these patients.
At Full Throttle Parts, we do spray-on bed liners, a brand called Patriot Liner. It is very elite. It actually enhances the resale value of anything you put it on or off-road.
Go full throttle.
Go full throttle.
Timeout taken by LaSalle Trinity as they try to maybe get a little mental recollection here after that ace goes by, but they still lead 13-10 here in game number 2. McDougal gets ready to serve with a smile on her face as she gets the jump serve out of the right hand. Over the net, Urbanski gets the first touch on it. Telebine will send it over here for St. Patrick. Crowley gets on the set. Cadwallader on the right side, dug up by Washkowiak. This is Burbrick with it. And Allie Inman gets another swing. Gets caught up at the net there. That one doesn't go over as they hit the tape instead of the blockers, and it'll be 4 hits in the way of St. Patrick. Allie Inman gets it off the let serve. Urbanski gets it up. It just goes right over the edge of the net. Trinity scrambling just a little bit. They put it into the back rows. McDougal scoops it up. Big back row attack, sends it way into the back row. Washkowiak gets it. Players on the floor for the Saints, and they can't recover as Telebine tries to chicken wing it over, and instead it'll be a point for the Irish. St. Patrick's starting to figure some things out here.
Starting to make a little run.
They trail by 1, 13-12 in game number 2. That's another one right off the tape.
And those are tough, Ryan. If you could do that consistently, that would be tough.
That's a very tough deal. Checking in here for LaSalle Trinity, Haley O'Hare will come back into the lineup as Peyton Kelly will get a well-earned break. A couple of serves off the top of the tape here has LaSalle Trinity kind of reeling a little bit. Chiris on the run with it. Inman right up at the net, up and over. Cadwallader gets it, and a really quick play from McDougal to keep it going. Just kind of one of those reflex plays that works out.
Yeah, and that almost felt like one of those plays we've seen out of St. Patrick where the ball is going to land in the middle of 3 or 4 girls, you know, just right there at the net, and they did a good job popping it up, and McDougal putting it over.
We've got a quick break here as they are taking a look at the scores table, discussing something with the official in front of us. Waiting to check back in is Peyton Kelly. And while we do that, we thank you for being with us this weekend here on Central Illinois Sports, your subscription and your attendance with us here online this weekend. We're happy that you've been joining us along here for the junior high volleyball tournament. We've got crews at all 4 locations. We've been following along through junior high boys and girls basketball at both 7th and 8th grade levels this year. And wrapping up our IESA state coverage here with 7th and 8th grade girls volleyball. Is now involved in the discussion here is Laura Urbanski from LaSalle Trinity as well.
And I got to think
maybe they're discussing the same thing that we wonder too. We don't really know how old Zach Eady is for Purdue. Might be 22, might be 29. We don't really know. But he just seems to have never gotten away from Purdue yet.
No, and he's a great player.
He's a great basketball player.
He really and they hung his jersey in the arena the other day.
Yes.
I got to think the St. Patrick's would like to see this keep going. They got a little momentum building, and you know, McDougal back there serving. They got a good rotation here.
And you're starting to hear that, too, the St. Patrick crowd saying, let's go, let's go, as we're still trying to see what's happening down here on the floor. We'll take a quick 15-second break, and if it's we're ready to go, we'll come back to action with you here on Central Illinois Sports.
If you have that drive and you want to do more with DOT, then there's opportunity there for you to do that. It's not the typical job that you would expect it to be. Like, it's just super fulfilling. When my life needed opportunity, I chose DOT.
Make your dream kitchen and bath a reality with help from Pike County Lumber. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle and your needs. Quartz countertops, quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already, he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply. Tell my mom to pick me up some.
We welcome you back here out of the timeout. They are still discussing things. They have both coaches now up at the scorer's table, and our IESA official is conferring whatever the discussion is here with the officials. We believe it's something to do with the scorebook. We don't exactly know what that is. We believe it also maybe to be something on the LaSalle Trinity side, but not a lot of opportunity. There's only 2 substitutes. It's not like they can get horribly out of rotation here.
Yeah, and it looked like they were looking at the roster, the rotation, the setup. I'm not sure what options there really is, Brian, that we wouldn't have had at the beginning of the set. I mean, you know, this is the third time we've watched them play.
And they've stayed in rotation pretty much the whole time. We have not seen them really change much from what they've done here over the weekend. It appeared a little bit early on that they let Telebine and Peyton Kelly stay up in the front row a little bit more than what we've seen in the semifinal and the quarterfinal. But other than that, through the first rotation, we don't see anything that's been out of sorts for this team. Washington St. Patrick's trying to keep themselves loose and kind of hang out over here on the opposite side of the court. But right now it's still a discussion here at the scorer's table between the IESA official, the 2 coaches, the floor official, and the scorekeeper here at the scorer's table. We will step aside for just another quick moment. We'll come back and hope to have this sorted out with you here on Central Illinois Sports.
Grab the game while your kids are busy. You know, streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cascom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
Well, we come back to you after a second break here. There has not been a signal that anything is changing in terms of the score or a change of possession on the serve here. Washington St. Patrick fans are having a little fun here during the break. Student section trying to get their crowd back into it. As we sit and wait and wonder what it could be. Conspiracy theories are yours to make as we sit along. Brian Shoemaker, Anthony Bareyes with you. We've been here all weekend long from Bishop McNamara here in Kankakee, Illinois. For some of you, it's been a short drive here to the state tournament. For us, a little bit longer.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Looks
but hey,
like we might be ready, Brian.
We might be ready, and 5 hours later, as they would say in SpongeBob SquarePants, we are coming back to action. And it looks like we'll resume play. We have no change in score. It's still Washington St. Patrick 14, LaSalle Trinity 13 here in game number 2. Nothing has moved. No one's moved around, and McDougal will continue service after the lengthy break. Urbanski will get it back over as both teams now seem to have a little bit of spark coming out of this delay. This is Chiris with it. Nice attack into the back row, picked up by Simonetta. Allie Inman gets another touch from the front row, just tried to tip it up and over, and instead that one doesn't clear the net. Thought she would be a little trickery and tomfoolery there, and instead it ends up a point for the Irish. Both teams still have one timeout remaining here in the set as well as we get you reset on everything. That's going to be another ace there as Urbanski has trouble with it. And we're going to get another quick timeout here from the Saints. We'll take it too. It's an Adams Fiber timeout. Don't go anywhere. Second set action comes back your way here right after this.
Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
Make your dream kitchen and bath a reality with help from Pike County Lumber. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle and your needs. Quartz countertops, quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
The Saints burn their second timeout here of set number 2. And as we do that, we tell you about Adams Fiber. For top-notch computer sales and service that won't let you down when your computer goes down, visit followthefiber.net to learn more about Adams Fiber and Adams experts. Irish are on a run here, trying to get things going and extend this to 3 games. Saints would like to close it out early and get home. Nice little attack there from Inman. Inman pitch it back over, really smart play, and it hits the line, the official says, and it's going to go as Allie Inman. Another smart little play as everyone had shifted right, and she just sends it the opposite direction.
Good placement, Brian, and we've seen that all game long, all weekend. She's got good court awareness up there.
Really smart player. Lily Telebine on the serve here for LaSalle Trinity. Windsor gets it up from the back row. On the outside, this is Burbrick with it. Inman again. Nice dig by Windsor. Petrachiris with it. Sends it. Teleline. Excuse me. That's Simonetta that can't get it. And a kill there for Petrachiris. St. Patrick gets this 3-point lead again here in the second set. Kind of a similar situation that they had against Pontiac St. Mary's, but then the 5-point swing would come and they'd find themselves down 2. Let's see if they can extend it here, and instead it'll be a service error, and the point goes back to the Saints. Haley O'Hare will come back in. Simonetta will get a breather, and then Sophia Sarabina will come right back in for her as they confer that that will work. Kelly with the serve here for Trinity. They set it up in the middle. This is Cadwallader with it. Inman tries to dump it in the middle. It's chased down by McDougal. This is a back row attack here from Windsor. Man, does everything in the back row.
Yeah, on her back heels there, Brian. That was a good swing.
Chiris close to the net. Nice placement. Petra Chiris with a big kill. And St. Patrick is rolling here. They regain the 3-point lead.
Yeah, Chiris really coming alive here in the last little bit.
See it here in the Northwestern Mutual replay. Really getting some opportunities up here in the front row and making the most of them. She's on the serve now, and it's going to be an ace here for Chiris, and it's 19-15. St. Patrick starting to feel a little bit of old Uncle Mo momentum swinging their way, as old Harry Waggy would say. 4-point advantage here for the Irish. Free play opportunity here for St. Patrick. They'll put it on the outside. Cadwallader with it. Goes over the top of the tape. Allie Inman was there, but when it hit that tape, just enough for her to fall, and the ball makes it over her way, and the Irish are up to 20.
Yeah, threw her off just a little bit on that timing-wise.
St. Patrick has had the luck of the Irish to use all the cliches and puns with the luck at the tape here in game number 2.
Yes, they have.
Service error there. We'll give it back to the Saints. They trail now by 4 as Inman will serve here for LaSalle. That's about 4 or 5 points they've won on those plays with the tape involved. Cadwallader couldn't handle it that time, though. The net wins that one. Washington St. Patrick trying to close out this set again. They were on the lead here. They had 3-point advantage over Pontiac St. Mary's in set number 2, but they could never hold on to it, and eventually would find themselves in the middle of a 5-0 run. This is Crowley with it. That one's going to go about a foot long. And we're back to a 2-point deficit. For this LaSalle Trinity team, a very close-knit group described by Laura Urbanski. A team that seems to know each other very well here on the floor as Urbanski gets an attack on it. McDougal on the dig. Nice play by Crowley. Washkowski gets a hands on it again. Push into the back row. Smart play there. Aubrey Urbanski again. Just a great utility player.
She is great all the way around.
And that's a smart play. Now we'll get a timeout here from St. Patrick. We will take it 2. We're back with you here in 30 seconds on Central Illinois Sports.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
Both teams out of timeouts now as St. Patrick stops play. 20-19 here, our score. Washington St. Patrick with the lead as Inman serves for the Saints. Into the back row, McDougal with it. Inman with the dig. Urbanski sets up. It's going to be Washkowiak having to freely give it back. Cadwaller with it, sends it in the back row. Nice play from Inman again. Really nice little dump off there. Really another smart play there from Petra Chira. She's had a heck of a match here as we show you that one on the Northwestern Mutual replay, and just smart play all around here in this second set.
Yeah, I think that the Saints have been used to St. Patrick hitting the ball here lately, and that was a good little spot. I love Windsor's pass into the front row, just right there for the setter. When you get the setter set up, that makes it pretty easy for McDougal.
She has been one of the highlights of this St. Patrick team all weekend, as that play is right in system, and McDougal puts it down with authority. 22-19 our score here. Cadwaller, nice serve. This is Urbanski with it, flat-footed into the back row. Another big hammer, but that one's going to go just out of bounds off the hands of McDougal. And the Saints will get the point and the ball back. Clift will come back in to the back row here for the Irish. Urbanski on the serve. Youngest of 4 daughters is Aubrey Urbanski. All of her sisters have been in state competitions and various other sports here in the IESA State Series. And she joins them here in the volleyball ranks. Sarabia gets it over the net. Irish with an opportunity. They set up McDougal. She can't get it over. Thought she'd get that quick tip, and instead the net wins that one. We're back to a 1-point game here in set number 2. The Irish have done all they can to stave off this Trinity team. Urbanski into the middle now. Washkowiak with it. Blocked up at the net. Nice play by McDougal. Windsor close up to the net. Joust at the net. Won that time by Washkowiak. Irish fans wanted a penalty there at the net, and instead we will be tied. And they're going to issue a card here over to the St. Patrick bench, I believe.
Yes.
We are tied at 22. The St. Patrick bench has just been issued a card. They'll get that mentioned here in the book. Again, we don't sit here and say anything about the officials. They do a big job. It's a hard job. But what I would say to you is that most of the close calls have probably not gone the way of the Irish here in this contest so far today.
I would say that, but
and that's probably some just frustration mounting here on the bench.
Yeah, definitely. I think they're trying to figure out exactly what the rule is here and what you do with one red card.
So they'll go talk to the coaching staff here on the Washington St. Patrick side.
She's got to sit down here,
and she'll just have to sit down here, I believe, for the remainder of the contest, akin to a technical foul in basketball. 23-22 is our score, as we'll get things picked back up for you here. Washington St. Patrick still has the lead here in this one. Chiris gets it over. Tough play on the net as Sarabia couldn't get it up for a nice pass. And we're tied back up here. Excuse me, now we're tied at 23. Had the scoreboard wrong for you. We've got to correct it. 2 points away from either extending or ending this one. Let's see how it plays out, or if we'll need some extra points to decide. Ella Reed on the serve here for the Irish. Tough play there for Kelly. They'll set up Urbanski in the back row. Now it's McDougal getting another try at it. Nice block on the way there from Washkowski, but she can't win and keep it in bounds. And it is set point here for Washington St. Patrick. 24-23 here in game number 2. Irish fans back on their feet. Reed with it. Washkowiak chases it down, tips it back over. They'll get McDougal set on the outside. Quick little tip. Washkowiak tried to reach in for it. Didn't know Saravia was behind her. And we're going 3 here in our third place contest. Washington St. Patrick wins 25-23 here in set number 2. We have reached another Little Jess Motor break as we'll step away for 3 minutes and get you ready for this one. Don't go anywhere. It's IESA Girls Volleyball State Tournament action your way on Central Illinois Sports.
Today's halftime show is brought to you by Little Jess Motor Company. Warmer weather and topless, doorless adventures are right around the corner. Stop out to Little Jess today to check out our large selection of Jeep Wranglers. We currently have 15 Wranglers in stock and many more on their way. Right now, you can drive a new 2024 Jeep Wrangler 2-door Sport for only $499 per month with absolutely zero down. Is a 4-door more your style? Drive a 2024 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport for only $599 per month with zero down. Little Jess, serving the Tri-States for 7 decades.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
At Farmers State Bank. Equal housing lender.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Grab the game while your kids are busy. You know, streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cascom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
I love training. I like to help people improve on their task. That food has been providing everything for me. They just treat you so well. When my life needed an opportunity, I chose that.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
We welcome you back here from the Little Jess Motor break. Little Jess, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Quincy, Illinois, the place to go for your next vehicle purchase. Stop by and see them in person at 3431 Main Street, or stop by on the web, littlejessjeep.com. We do not switch sides here for the third set, as the skylight and the sun has really kind of not become a factor anymore in the playing area.
I'm not sure there's a lot of sun outside
left. There might not be a lot of sun left either on the outside. But there is a skylight that shines into this gymnasium here on the floor, and early on in the semifinals we were seeing those games flip back and forth. LaSalle Trinity will start things off here in the third. LaSalle Trinity won the first 25-19. Washington St. Patrick wins the second 25-23. And a lot of the momentum here right now has shifted the way of the Irish. Allie Inman begins serve here in our final third set in the third place match. Nice little play there from Chiris, and going for it with Sarabia to keep it going on a nice dig. Irish scrambling here. Chiris will get it back over. Washkowski with it. McDougal diving. This is Ellie Reed. On the outside, this is Urbanski. Nice swing. Dug up by McDougal, went right to her. They get Chiris set on the left side. That one goes into the net, and the first point here in game number 3 goes the way of the Saints. Washington St. Patrick has been in this situation before where they've went 3 sets. That one goes off the hands of Cadwalader. Nice play there by Crowley, hammered down by Washkowiak. Irish are scrambling, trying to get back into system. This is Chiris with it. Goes up and over, and a nice kill from Petra Chiris. 1-1 our score, but Washington St. Patrick has went the distance here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times this season, including their sectional championship, where they lost the first set to Hartsburg-Emden 25-12 and rallied back to win the next 2. This is Cadwalader on the left side, sends it into the back row. Urbanski, quick tip back over for the Irish. They'll set it on the right side. Crowley, a nice swing with it. And the 6th grader knocks it down again. She's had a nice tournament.
Yeah, that was a nice hit for her. And this is what we expect in a third-place game. Both teams are going to rise up. You know, it started a little slow in the first set, but we're seeing some pretty good volleyball now.
Usually how these third-place matches go, you just need a little bit of time to get the batteries recharged, and that'll be an ace there as Televine had trouble with it. And the Irish quickly jump out to a 3-1 lead here on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Other 3-set matches here for Washington St. Patrick include Washington Beverly Manor, Morton Blessed Sacrament. They ended up losing that one. Also 3 sets against Peoria Norwood and East Peoria Robine. And all pretty close scores from the score sheet in those games. Washkowski with a quick play. Irish aren't able to recover as McDougal and Crowley collide and smile about it. And the Saints will get the serve back. Cadwalader, tough play. Trickles it right over the top of the tape. This is Inman giving it back up. Reed sends it into the back row. A little miscommunication there as Inman and Urbanski didn't know who was going to grab it, and it'll be a point here for the Saints.
And we really haven't seen that a lot out of those two. You know, those are two pretty scrappy girls. They go for it.
For Pontiac St. Mary's, they've went the distance a couple of times here, once against Bloomington Corpus Christi, who is in the 2A state championship game as we get a big kill there from Washkowski. They've also went 3 sets against Cornell, a team they've had to play 4 times this season. And head coach Laura Urbanski says they make us better every time we play them. They ended up playing Cornell 4 times this season. They win all 4, including the regional championship. That was a 3-set affair. This is Mary Simonetta on the serve. And it'll be a quick ace there. They're unable to handle the first pass in the back row. And the Saints jump back to a 4-3 deficit here on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. McDougal with it, gets blocked up at the net there by Washkowski. And they're going to win the point there as unable to get the ball up with Chiris, and we'll show you that big block again from Washkowski here on the Northwestern Mutual replay. Man, she's got his tongue tied up here because just everywhere with those hands up at the top of the net. McDougal with it, smart play from McDougal, knocks it down, and St. Patrick will win the point. Tied up at 5 as we get the scoreboard adjusted for you, and on the serve here for Washington St. Patrick is Ella Reed. Simonetta, a little bit of trouble with it. They recover. This is Washkowski. Nice dig up. That's going to tap the ceiling. They let it go. Trinity Catholic says it touched the ceiling. One of the officials sees it. They let it play, and I think we're going to get a stoppage here as it's not going to matter. The back judge recognized that it touched the ceiling. That should be the stoppage of play. The other officials, of course, seeing the ball still in action.
Yeah, and it's the same result here.
Same result. It should be a point here for LaSalle Trinity. And they'll award the point there. So it'll be 6-5 Saints. And they'll get the serve here. Windsor comes back in. And getting the break here is Ella Reed for the Irish. A little bit of trouble there on the first touch, and it'll be another ace here for the Saints. They're up 7-5. A little trouble there. Allie Inman on the tip. Up in the air. This is Simonetta with it. They'll send the ball up close to the net. McDougal on the attack, and that one's going to go long. It'll be an attack error and a point here for LaSalle Trinity.
She really loaded up on that one, Brian.
She really, when she gets a good look at it, she's got a hammer on.
Yeah.
We gave you some incorrect information there about LaSalle Trinity. They have not went to 3 games at all this season. So this is the first time this season this team's going the distance. We were incorrectly reading the wrong cards. We got a lot of information up here trying to sort through for you this weekend with 8 teams and 4 teams and everybody like that. LaSalle Trinity unable to handle that last attack. Irish will win the point. It's now 8-6. Trinity with the lead here, and serving is Ashlyn Crowley. And for most of these matches that Trinity has battled in this season, everything's only went 2, and a lot of them have went their way. They've had very lopsided victories against many teams. 14 times in this season, opponents have scored 10 or less points against them in a set.
Yeah,
that's pretty tough.
That is pretty tough, and they've got great defense. It makes sense.
McDougal on the run on the slide from the right side. Washkowski had trouble with it, and they'll get the point to the Irish. They've had some tough battles, though. Peru Parkside, the only loss that they suffered in the regular season, that was a 25-18, 25-19 affair. And other than that, they've not had a lot of really, really tough challenges from start to finish. Mendota Holy Cross gave them a little bit of a tough first set, 25-20, but the Saints easily ran away 25-4 in the second. They get it up. This is Allie Inman on the left side. Same side play, dug up nicely by Crowley. Chiras with it. They get Inman again. 2 nice digs there back-to-back for Crowley. This is McDougal from the back row, pushes it over. And a nice little shove there from Allie Inman. Smart play as everybody crowded up at the front of the net, and the Saints will win the point. Sarah Beal will come back in here for LaSalle Trinity, as on the serve is number 16, Peyton Kelly, the 8th grade outside hitter. Burbrick gets it over. Kelly gets the first touch. Urbanski gets up to the front row. Nice set there as Inman tries to push it over. She gets blocked by Burbrick. Petra Chiras was also in on that. Urbanski again back row. Waiting for her was Kate McDougal. McDougal, back row attack. Nice jump. Really nice play. And what a kill there for McDougal from the back row.
And we don't see that a lot in Class 1A. A lot of back row attacks that are actually jumping, and she's one of those girls that can do it.
She is a tough, tough player. Miranda Windsor on the serve. This is Urbanski with it. Hammers it down. Blocked by Reed. Another attack try here for Allie Inman. Chiras with it, flat-footed. Serabina has trouble with it. Diving for it is Washkowski, and the scramble won't end up in the favor of the Saints. Nice try, nice hustle on the side for LaSalle Trinity, but just a little bit of trouble there, and it goes out of bounds. This is Windsor with it, sends it into the back row. Urbanski sets it up here for Inman. And a front row attack there. Ella Reed just didn't get a good run on it that time, and that'll be 4 hits in. We'll get it back over to the Saints. 11-9 as we get the scoreboard caught up for you on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Thanks to them for sponsoring us all season. On the outside now, this is Chiras blocked by Washkowski. And man, oh man, defensive MVP of this tournament. It's really tough to not say she's it.
She's definitely in the very top of the running. She is tough up there.
We've seen a lot of nice defense up front this weekend. This is Cadwallader with it. Sends it over to the right side. Washkowski gets an opportunity. Dug up by Crowley. Cheers with it. Smart play. Urbanski diving for it. Still up close to the net. Washkowski sends it over. Windsor sets up back row for McDougal. Close to the net. It's going to be a joust, and Reed gets it, and they say Washkowski got up into the net, and it'll be an error and a point here for the Irish. Nice volley back and forth. Just give up that little mental inch, and it ends up being the difference in the point. And that one will sail far, just a little bit out of bounds here, as the Saints will get the point and the ball back.
Urbanski back to serve. She's a good server.
She really is. And again, we really, we really kind of feel Kate McDougal's been one of the best all-around players. Urbanski's been a fantastic setter, another nice all-around player, but really excels in that serving game.
She does.
Sarabina will give it back here to the Irish. They'll set up Cadwalder on the left side, puts it into the back row. Trouble with it here, close to the net. Crowley with it, and they're going to get the point as it's going to be a net violation there. I believe that was Terabine in on it.
Yeah.
Telebine, excuse me. We'll get a timeout here from Laura Urbanski. We'll take it too. Don't go anywhere. Third place trophy is going somebody's way coming up after this.
Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate.
If you have that drive and you want to do more with that, then there's opportunity there for you to do that. It's not the typical job that you would expect it to be. Like, it's just super fulfilling. When my life needed opportunity, I chose Dot.
LaSalle Trinity takes their first time out here of the third set. As we'll get back to action, it'll be Hayden Cadwalder on the serve. Windsor, just such a nice job, as you mentioned earlier, on the first pass. Nice touch from McDougal. Lights the campfire in the middle as nobody able to get it for the Saints, and we're back to a one-point ball game. Big hammer there from Washkowski. Dug up nicely in the back row. Cheers on the dig. She'll get the set this time for McDougal.
They've started covering them tips just a little differently behind.
They've started covering the tips, but they really just kind of need to get the communication hammer down. You've seen this a couple of times now where they get girls bunched up and they're not sure who's going to touch it.
Yep.
And a big block there from Washkowski. Nicely played by Crowley to keep it going. Great rally here, great scrambles on both sides. McDougal with a hammer, oh my. I don't know how you'd stop that one, but it's nice to think about how you could do it. It's a point for the Irish.
Well, and that's tough. Washkowiak's over here on the left side of the court, and then they throw it right over, and she just couldn't get there in time.
No. Pushes it in the back row. Nice job by Windsor to try and even keep that in play on a really smart play by Urbanski. Mary Simonetta will check back in to serve here, the libero for this squad. Full of energy and enthusiasm, says head coach Laura Urbanski. This is McDougal on the run, dug up by Urbanski that time. Telebine sends it back over for the Irish. Crowley with it, two-hand touch over, and now they're going to blow a whistle, and they say that's going to be a two-touch violation there on Crowley. Saints with the lead with the serve as we're tied up at one set apiece here. McDougal again, a big hammer. What a dig from Allie Inman. Now an opportunity here for Trinity. Washkowski gets it, a big block there from Ella Reed. Sending it back over. Clift sends it back over for the Saints. They will set up Washkowski. She doesn't get a good reach on it. Reed with it now. Telebine with the dig. They'll set up Urbanski behind the line. McDougal again blocked by Washkowski. Man,
pretty good volleyball, Brian.
Really fun stuff here in set number 3.
Windsor with another good pass.
Woo! And McDougal will get the hammer on it to finally win the point. We'll show you this last part in the Northwestern Mutual replay. It's a big block from Ella Reed that kind of kept things going here for the Irish. That rally lasted so long I couldn't remember what replay we had saved in the system, but that's what it was. 15-14 the score here. Saints still with a 1-point lead. They'll set up McDougal on the left side. Another big hammer goes out of bounds this time, and the Trinity will get the ball back. Things have started to get interesting here in the third set. Some really, really good stuff out of both teams.
Yeah, both teams swinging and both teams digging. This is a lot of fun.
What we hope to see here in our trophy games today. And there's going to be a trouble there. That's going to be an ace for the Saints if they're back to a 3-point lead. Cliff just having a little bit of trouble there handling that one in the back row. And the Irish will take a timeout. It's an Adams Fiber timeout. We'll take it too. Don't go anywhere. Decisive third set action coming back your way here in 30 seconds.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account. Plus, ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
St. Patrick takes the timeout. Both teams have one left under their belt here for the remainder of the match. There's the old meme that says, not going to lie, in the first half they had us. And both teams kind of had us in the first half of this one. Things were a little slow and sluggish, but man, this has really picked up to be a fun match towards the latter parts of this one.
Yeah, it definitely has. This last 30 minutes or so, set and a half, has been a lot of fun.
On the attack is the Irish. McDougal from the middle this time. Now they're going to set up Allie Inman on the opposite side. Another nice dig for Windsor. Up and over. Chiris with it. Windsor will try and set McDougal again. She does such a nice job. Real big joust to the net there. Inman was in on it along with Burbrick. McDougal again hammers it down. Dug up by Washkowiak. Inman, nice tip. Now set number 26 again. She sends it in. She's going to chase that one down. That's going to be a kill for McDougal as that time Washkowiak couldn't hold on to it. And the Saints the Irish just won't go away here. Crowley goes a little too far on that one, and the Saints will regain this 3-point advantage as Lily Telebine will get up on the serve. Pontiac St. Mary's, Kinderhook Western, our state championship game coming up your way after this one and the awards presentations. As another smart play from Allie Inman finds the floor. We've seen all we expected from the players on this team. You've got the power in Washkowiak and McDougal. You've seen smart plays from Chiris and Allie Inman and others, and it really makes for fun, well-rounded volleyball.
Yeah, it really does. We've seen a lot of good plays, a little miscommunication there, but overall just a lot of good playing.
Really nice setting. Telebine, Windsor, Chiris have done a fantastic job getting this thing set up. Urbanski with a lot of nice sets, some nice passing here. It's been what turned into a really fun third-place contest, and now we're going to have a violation. As they say, the line was out here, and the officials will finally catch up with it. The crowd is catching up with the back row official now who says, yeah, there was a serve violation.
And he picked up on it right away.
He picked up on it right away. So what he's wanting to call is a serve violation for a toe over the line. And they say that's the correct call there. So the point will go the way of the Irish on the serve violation for LaSalle Trinity. Cadwallader will check back in. McDougal will serve here for St. Patrick. They trail by 12, and every time they found themselves in this hole late in the game, McDougal always seems to be the one up to serve.
It keeps coming up, and it's a good front row for them, too. They're pretty solid set up like this.
This is Burbrick with it. Nice dig from Telebine. Burbrick gets another quick tap on it right back down. They try to set it up for Urbanski. Windsor with another nice play. This is Chiris, and now we'll get another whistle here for a two-touch violation, and the Saints will win that one. Sarabia checks back in. Peyton Kelly on the serve here for LaSalle Trinity. Quick tip over from Crowley. Urbanski does the same thing. Burbrick, nice attack.
And we've been seeing some good attacks out of her.
And a nice play there for Petra Chiris to get the kill. Yeah, A.J. Burbrick has been one of these players, I won't lie, she's a little herky-jerky in her motion. She doesn't have that nice fluid motion that you see out of McDougal or Allie Inman or the others, but really a solid player, has really been impressive this weekend. Just doesn't seem to look it that way on the court, but she really impresses you after you stop to take a look at things.
Yeah, she's made a lot of good plays around the net and blocking and hitting, and in that one they're back close to the 10-foot line. Yeah.
They set up for Urbanski on the right side, blocked up, and it's going to be a quick two-touch there as Chiris couldn't do anything else but just try to punch it twice, and it'll be a point here for the Saints. They're 3 points away from claiming the third-place trophy. Brought home third place in last weekend's 7th grade tournament as well. Chiris with it, sends it into the back row. They'll set up Washkowski in the middle. Big hammer down, dug up by McDougal. From the back row, Urbanski gets it. Washkowski. Nice scramble here. Reed will get it back over. This is Chiris from the left side. Tooled off of Washkowski, and a big kill there for Petra Chiris to keep things going. It's 22-18.
Yeah, and St. Patrick's not one to lay down. I mean,
no,
they want this trophy as much as the Saints do.
Chiris continues on the serve here for Washington St. Patrick. Jump serve from the right hand, stays same side. Washkowski has trouble with it. Saints scrambling. They're not going to get it up, and it'll hit the floor. And the Irish get another point. Each team's got one timeout left to use if they need it. Laura Urbanski opts out at this point. And that one's going to find the net. It'll be a service error, and a big one is now LaSalle Trinity just 2 points away. And coming up, one of their best servers here on the team in Aubrey Urbanski. But we'll get a timeout before that. It's an Adams Fiber timeout. The end of this one comes your way right after this.
Before the TAVR, I was very active, worked out at the Croc Center. I would say less than a week. Well, of course, Amy tells me I couldn't do squats. She even wrote it in my discharge paper. Great big, Sandy, no squats. So I did a couple.
Oh my word.
Don't tell her.
I knew she was going to, but I have the best job in the world to get to work with these patients.
St. Patrick uses their last timeout available here in the match. LaSalle Trinity still has one if they need it. And Aubrey Urbanski will serve here for the Saints coming out of the timeout break. We remind you we will stay on air for the award ceremony of medals and trophies to these teams, and then we'll get you reset in just a little bit for our state championship. They set up Crowley on the left side. Goes up, saw Washkowski coming, didn't get a good swing on it, and it goes into the net. Now it's match point here for the Saints. They set up, it's McDougal from the back row. Inman now. They set up on the right side here. It's Crowley again. Saints have a chance to pull it out. Instead, it's Sarabina giving it back to the Irish. From the middle, this is Reed, blocked by Washkowski. Nice touch there by Cadwalader. Inman from the back row, dug up by McDougal. Nice dig by Urbanski. A little bit of a scramble here on both sides. We'll see how it settles down as Windsor gets it back up. Close to the net. They set it up for Cadwalader in the back row. Dug up by Urbanski. She's back from the attack, far back in the court. Washkowski with it. That'll hit the floor, and St. Patrick wins the rally, and now it's 24-20 on a hard-earned point there for the Irish.
Good volley.
Good volley
from both sides.
Good volley from both sides there. A little bit of a scramble. Everybody was able to recover nicely. Urbanski up to Washkowski, and that'll be the hammer, and that's how we end it. LaSalle Trinity wins the third place contest here in 3 games, 25-19, 23-25, 25-20. They finish up their season with a record of 18 wins, 2 losses. On the opposite side for Washington St. Patrick, they finish up their season 20 wins and 6 losses. They'll take home 4th place here in today's contest. We'll take a quick break here on the Blessing Health System post-match show. When we come back, it's the awards presentation. We'll recognize all these athletes. Don't go anywhere. We're right back on Central Illinois Sports.
Okay, everyone, here, let's do this. How about you?
What are your thoughts on today's patient care?
Real busy day, but it was a team effort. And how about you?
Third checkup that your patient talked about her summer concert. How do you stay enthused?
You can't blame her. Those tickets were hard to come by. But her summer wasn't a cruel one. Huh?
Doctor,
Next, how about you?
Doctor, it hurts when I do this.
Don't do that.
Hey, the internet says I'm sick. Am I?
I'd get a professional opinion on that.
Over here. Donuts in the break room look like a hit.
Not bad. Definitely better than those bagels. Okay, we have time for one more. Next.
The staff looked focused today. What do you attribute that to?
Well, at Blessing, we're tasked with providing exceptional care, so every visit is like the big game for us. Okay, gotta run.
We welcome you back here to our Blessing Health System post-game show where LaSalle Trinity wins in 3, 25-19, 23-25, 25-20 to claim third place over Washington St. Patrick. LaSalle Trinity wins third place in both the 7th and 8th grade weekends here in IESA, and they get to end their season with one more win under their belt. We will quickly name our Edward Jones Financial Advisor Derek Harris player of the game for you from LaSalle Trinity, and I really like the play of Aubrey Urbanski today. Really just kind of the steady Eddie that this team needed today to really kind of keep things going and really just help lock this team down for a third place win.
Yeah, she was a good asset all weekend. I really like, obviously, Washkowiak up front, but Urbanski overall just served well. She just played well.
It's one of those teams that you need both of those girls to excel, and they definitely do that just in very different ways. Washkowiak, such a defensive presence up front, Urbanski in the back row, because she's definitely a much better player, I think, at this point than Washkowiak in the back row, but you need both of those girls in different places to make things work.
Absolutely, and she just kind of brings a calm to that back row a little bit, I feel like. She's quick, she plays well, good hands, good passing.
We get ready first for our award ceremony here to introduce our Sportsmanship Award winners. Championship games at the regional, sectional, and trophy round games here at the state tournament. Each team receives a sportsmanship recipient. Kate McDougall receives this here for Washington St. Patrick. It's someone they believe best exudes sportsmanship, fair play, and an enthusiastic attitude here on the floor for their respective squads. And Mary Simonetta will get one. And reading the coach's notes here from Laura Urbanski, that probably makes sense for her.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 great participants here this weekend. They'll get a quick picture and post that on the IESA Facebook page if you're looking to find those, and give a share, a follow, and a like. That's where that stuff will be located. We will start off first here with introductions of all of our team members here for Washington St. Patrick as they'll get ready to receive their individual medals here. For Washington St. Patrick, Father John Steffen, the superintendent, Mrs. Cassie Smith, the principal. Athletic director here is Mr. Jeff Dreger. 36 students in 7th and 8th grade out of Tazewell County in the Tazwood Conference. They wrap up with a record of 20 wins and 6 losses here on the season. This is the first ever trophy that Washington St. Patrick will take home, and what a great weekend. Similar to what we'll see for the Western Wildcats either way, to come home and take home your first trophy ever. It's got to be a nice feeling.
Oh, absolutely, and a great experience for all these girls, and what a great opportunity.
They first award things for their coaches, administrators, and then we'll get to the players here. But we remind you, after this is done, we'll reset our game stream and get you ready for the state championship coming up here soon. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right with you. And if you want to stick around and watch that championship match, we invite you to, and join us here for all the fun from Bishop McNamara High School. Isabella Concrite, Tanya McDougall, Emily Concrite, Kim Crowley, some of the coaching staff here getting their medals here for Washington St. Patrick. As they get things ready to go here and introduce all of our players, we'll give you one more last rundown of all of our players here. AJ Burbrick, a really nice player off the bench or starting lineup for this squad. Really, really a fun player to watch this weekend. Number 6 on this squad is Abby Hughes, an 8th grade defensive specialist. Number 8 is Ava Ritter, a defensive specialist. They'll go back to number 9 on the roster as we try to figure out how they get these in order sometimes. It'll be Emily Clift. Came off the bench in the back row, had a little bit of a struggle here and there, but really a nice tournament overall for Emily Clift. The libero is Miranda Windsor, probably one of the standout back row players of this tournament, I think, Anthony.
Absolutely, I agree.
Clift comes up to get her medal. We go down the rest of the roster here. Number 13 is Lily Larison, an 8th grade outside hitter. Number 21 is Erica Myers, a 7th grade middle hitter. Briggs Blythe will come up to get her medal. Number 22 came in substitution, depending on how the coin flip went. A nice server, a nice back row player for this team, and a really nice key cog here for this Irish squad. Along with Lilia Blankenship, an outside hitter, a 7th grader, number 23. Petra Chiris is number 24, the 8th grade setter. Didn't see a lot out of her in the quarterfinal, but man, in the semifinal in this third place game, really stepped up for this team.
Definitely did, and a lot of hitting out of her.
Kate McDougall, of course, one of the all-around best players in this field of 8 this weekend. She'll come up and get her well-deserved medal, and she's just a 7th grader, folks. You'll get to see her again next year. Ella Reed, number 28, the middle hitter. Hayden Cadwallader comes up, a really nice semifinal and third place match for her as she comes up, an 8th grade outside hitter. Ashlyn Crowley, the 6th grader, comes in. What a fun tournament she's had just as a 6th grader. One of the only 6th grader we've seen in this whole field this weekend.
Yeah, big things in that girl's future.
And Grace Johansson will round out the roster here, number 33 for Washington St. Patrick. And they'll get their scorekeeper there, Nick Chiris, the father of Petra Chiris. And he gets a little laugh as he gets one as well. Everybody's involved. Everyone gets a medal.
That's right. A lot of smiles out there.
A lot of smiles and a lot of help here. Now on the opposite side here for the Saints of LaSalle Trinity. They finish a record of 18 wins and 2 losses, and they'll take home third place for the second straight weekend here in a row. For this school from LaSalle Trinity Catholic, Mrs. Deb Myers, the principal, Father Tom Otto, the superintendent, Nicole Kasperak, the athletic director here on this squad. 28 students in grades 7 and 8 out of LaSalle County and the Prairie Conference. Laura Urbanski, the head coach on this squad, done a really nice job. She's coached this team since they were 4th graders. She says this team means a lot to her in the notes that she gave us, and you can tell she really just seems to gel with this team, this whole coaching squad in the break. Just out here dancing and playing tag before the third place match.
Yeah, they're having a lot of fun.
They were just having a lot of fun.
Special group of girls for her.
And Mike Urbanski comes up too, listed as an assistant coach, and didn't see him get off the bench much. We'll call him volleyball dad. That's probably a great way to describe it. But we said everybody plays a part. Mary Simonetta here, the libero for this squad, a real fun player to watch. Not very tall, but does a fantastic job in the back row. Allie Inman has been a real fun treat to watch this weekend. Super smart player. We'll be excited to see how she grows up and develops. Haley O'Hare, number 14, the 8th grader here, didn't get a lot of time in rotation, but really a key part of this team as well, as they all are. Peyton Kelly, the 8th grade outside hitter, comes up to get her medal as well. Sophia Sarabia, as we've been unfortunately mispronouncing that most of the weekend, comes up to get her medal off the bench. Really nice job in the back row. And Hannah Washkowiak, man, oh man, we could rail on her forever.
Yeah, she's special.
She is a special player and has done a nice job in embracing all of her coaches. This one means a lot to her. Lily Telebine, the 7th grade setter, gets her accolades as well. She's done a heck of a job setting up this offense here for the Saints. And the last player to come through, Aubrey Urbanski, gives hugs to everyone all around, and a great job here by her and all of this Saints team this weekend as they'll finish up with a 3rd place trophy. Washington St. Patrick captains will come up. It'll be Petra Chiris coming up to get the trophy here for Washington St. Patrick. And on the opposite side here, they will award the third place trophy here to LaSalle Trinity. As 4 players step forward, it's all the 8th graders on this squad, and they get their well-deserved honors here today at Bishop McNamara. Well, that wraps up things for our third place contest. We will step aside and get the game foul reset for you. We'll be back on air here in just a few minutes. We'll step aside to stretch our legs, hit the little boys' room, and get ready. It's state championship action coming your way. Up next, it is Kinderhook Western, Pontiac St. Mary's state championship coming your way here in just a little bit on Central Illinois Sports.